Hi everyone! In this video, I will give you some guideline about developing literature review. When students have an assignment of literature review, many students do not know how to start and develop a literature review. After watching this video, you will have a roadmap of the literature review process. The topic will cover clarifying the requirements of your literature review assignment, choosing a topic, searching sources, evaluating literature, and analysis and integration. Before you start writing a literature review, you should know exact expectation and requirements for the literature review assignment. The expectations are different according to courses and instructors. First, you should clarify what type of literature review you should do. There are various types of literature review: argumentative literature review, integrative literature review, historical, methodological, systematic, and theoretical literature review. Second, you should ask how many sources are required for the literature review. It may depend on the purpose of the literature review. Third, you have to ask what type of sources you should use. There are varying sources: books, journal articles, scholarly source, popular source, and website. You can ask any possible resources you may use and clarify what is recommended and what is not allowed. If you are clear about your literature review assignment, then you have to search some model literature review in your discipline area. Different discipline areas use different specification of literature review. So it is important to check how other authors in your disciplinary area compose their literature reviews. As reading other authors' literature reviews, you might have a big picture of structure and some ideas on topics, themes, and categories. The next step is to find your own topic. Good choice of topic helps you find related resources easily. You can brainstorm with your professor, or visit library or writing center to consult with a librarian or a writing consultant. You can also skim recent peer-reviewed journal articles to see which topics are studied in your field. This is TESOL Quarterly Journal articles that was issued in December 2014. You can skim through the topics and abstracts. For the topic, you can start with a broad topic, but you should narrow down the topic so that you can find related reading sources easily. For example, you want to write about second language acquisition. You can narrow down the topics to second language reading. More specifically, you can focus on L2 reading motivation, among other topics on L2 reading. The next step is to search the sources. You can type keywords and subject in Library Catalog and Google Scholar. You can read the current periodicals in your library. Other sources are books and online journal articles. On OSU Library website, you can click Research Database List or Online Journal List to find current articles in your field. When you find any source, you should check the list of the references. The reference list will give you some guide for finding extra sources. The purpose of literature review is to engage in the current literature review, so you should consider the year of publication of your source. Find the most recent one if it is possible. However, if you think some old literature is crucial for your literature review, such as historical literature review, you can include it after discussing with your professor. You have all the resources in your hand. Now, what you have to do is to read the literature. When you read each literature, take a note of summary and evaluation. In addition to evaluation, you should think about the connection of the study with other literatures. This will help you create concepts or themes in your literature review. When you evaluate readings, you can use major critical points, findings, methodology, objectivity, persuasiveness, value, and evidence. There are varying concepts of critical evaluation. This critical evaluation of literature review will be discussed in other OSU Flip DSA video. The last step is the most important, but the most challenging part. You should integrate literatures and extract concepts or themes from different sources. I will show you 3 examples. If you use 6 empirical articles on L2 reading motivation, you can organize the studies according to research methodology. Source 2 and 3 are qualitative studies. Source 1, 4, 5, 6 are quantitative studies. You can compare 2 different methodologies and may present future direction of research methodology. Second, you can sort the studies according to research context, ESL or EFL. Source 1 was conducted in ESL context, and other researches were conducted in EFL context. You can show the EFL predominant research context and can call for the research in ESL context. You can also compare and contrast the findings in 2 different contexts. If source 1 and 5 have a very similar topic, you can compare 2 studies' findings in different contexts. Third, you can find a common theme of reading motivation, such as integrative motivation or self-regulated reading strategies. If source 1 and 4 discussed integrative motivation, you can create a theme of integrative motivation to show 2 studies investigation. If source 2 and 6 discussed self-regulated L2 reading strategies, you can make a theme of self-regulated L2 reading strategies. We have studied how to develop a literature review. Let's review what you should check for literature review assignment. First, clarify assignment requirements. What do you have to clarify for the literature review? What is the second step? You should choose a topic and narrow down the topic. What is the third step? Searching for sources. Do you remember where you can find sources? Fourth, how do you have to read each reading text? Summarizing, evaluating, and integrating. Fifth, creating concepts. If you have concepts for literature review, you are ready to write a paper. I hope this video helped you to understand how to develop a literature review. Thank you.